everyone. I'm going to report chapter 5, and my co-reporters are Neil Brian Calago and Joy Harmony Kanya, and I am Lovelyn Castañeda. So the title for chapter 5 is Search for Business Opportunity, Ideation, Innovation, and Creativity. So the factors and resources to be evaluated are seven. So these are markets, individual interest, capital, skills, suppliers of input, manpower, technology. For markets, this refers to the number of prospective buyers, competitors, the price and quality of goods and service that have to be analyzed. So before putting up a business, we should always have a chosen target on who will be our prospected uh, buyers. So for instance, if our business venture would be about makeups or lipsticks. So our prospective markets should be females. Uh, it's best to know our market first, so that we'll have to know the marketing techniques that we have to go through for the business venture. So for the second one, it's the individual interest. Business interest should match business opportunities. So, mo ni siya giingon nga kung unsay gikahiligan nato. So sample, like in the picture, if you are really uh, good at baking pastries or gusto kay kamo hatod pastries, uh, kanang gusto kay kamo makapangayo og makadungog og feedback nga, uy lami lagi ni imong cake. Kanang mo feedback imong friends like wala pa ka ni open up sa imong business but ganahan na kay sila sa imong uh, pag-bake o sa imong mga pastries or bread kay kanang mo na siya usa ka step nga pwede ka maka-venture ana nga business. So for the third one, capital, this serves as the fuel that keeps the business operating. So if wala gyud tay kwarta nga capital, dili gyud mahimo ang pagbuhat sa business venture. Kay tanan business venture kay nagyud kay dapat nga ibutang nga capital. So skills. The entrepreneur must have the proper skills in the business he is going to undertake. So, for example, if naka sa field sa real estate, dapat may kay ka manabi, may kay ka makipaghalubilo, kusog ka mo market yun sa imuhang uh, kung asa ka nga developer, unsa nga condos imuhang gipang market, dapat may kay ka mo sales stock. So, muna siya skills. Actually, example, if uh, naa sa business sa real estate, dapat magud niya kanang kusog ka mo PR. So, muna siya. So, suppliers of input. It is important that there are steady suppliers of raw materials and other inputs to the business. So, dapat ang atong suppliers na pilion kay narig na sila pirmi niya kanang uh, dapat trusted nga suppliers. Mas maayo if na kabaw gyud ka sa ilahang warehouses, sa ilahang production, uh, ug mas maayo if kaila jud ka sa owner, uh, like naka-negotiate jud ka niya in person kay mga ingana. So the sixth one is manpower. So mo ni sila ang nag kanang uh, nagi sila para sa inyong operations. They are very beneficial for the business. Kaya if wala tayong employees, kisa may mo buhat sa mga day-to-day na buhaton nun sa business. So manpower is essential. So seventh is technology. So entrepreneurs should be aware of the presence of technology to improve their products or service or to introduce new innovations on the market. So for example karon nga grabe naman jud kayo ang mga applications sa internet. So if makakita mo daghan na kay tag Facebook ads, ang TikTok na nandiyan na yung mga ads, ang Instagram na nandiyan na yung mga ads. Okay. That's how technology works. Easy na lang kayo ang pag-market sa atong mga products because of technology. So, usa ni siya sa maka-introduce ato ang bag-o nga mga products. So, sample business ventures. So, sample rin ni siya. Nag-create lang ko so that the seven factors will be uh, atong mapa-explain. So, first, example, mag-business venture ko o pay parking. So, ang individual interest is because uh, naamang interested siya sa real estate. So real estate doesn't have to mean just about developers, making house and lots. Uh, Real estate magod is included na ang property management or anything that is associated with real, real estate or building improvements or land. So let's say pay parking. Yes, pay parking is a parcel of land that himuon nga business venture for parking. So the second is the skills. So lisod kaning pay parking kay tungod na kay property management. So sample, ikaw na ang building administrator sa kana siya nga parking area. So kani nga parking area kay nagini siya ka ng commercial building and then ikaw ang property manage. So nanakay ka ng idea kung unsa jud ang parking, unsay flow sa parking, nanaka-idea sa ingress egress of the property itself, of the building itself. So because of this and the knowledge that you have with your property management, so makakuan siya nga skills. So the second is the market. So unsa man ang market? So the people who own cars na mo walk in on the commercial space and as like to one of the tenants, yan na. So that's the market. Kung kisay musod sa premises na naay cars. So the fourth one is the capital. Let's say ang capital is 350,000. You have to put up this amount before engaging in the pay parking business. Okay? You have to make the parking booth, and then you have to buy the boom, kanang tall boom, kanang maganana sa entrance and exit sa booth, and then you have to uh, reproduce parking cards, and then you have to make kailangan pa ka mo make sa mga permits. Permits is a bit costly. So kailangan pa kag ORs for you to be legit. So kay basta magbutang biya ka og business, magbutang biya ka business kay dapat biya jud na nimo ipapilit ang katong COR, payment form sa BIR, ang uh, ATP, katong kailangan na ask receipts, kaya naman na then if you are a corporation, you have to put on your SEC. So dapat siya i-plaster then the sanitary permits, may na then that cost uh, something. So apil na siya sa imuhang dapat pag-complete sa capital. And then also, ang pag-reproduce sa official receipts and the tickets that you will have to give to those who will enter the premises. So, the fifth one, the supplier of input. So, unsa may kanang kailangan niya supplier for pay parking. So, it is the official receipt. So, the printing press, dapat naka-top up na printing press nga kanang masaligan nimo na ara jud siya dira, kakatultol ka kung asa dapit, then you have na kay mga sa unang engagements of the business. So mo na siya for us, it is the kalimpon. So kay sila usam sila sa uh, accredited printing press of the BIR. So sa ila kami then parking tickets good. You have to in a month mahurot yun na siya, makahurot yun na og mga 300 dockets, 300 with 50 sheets per docket. So kanang magsige jud kag pa-print ana. So that is the supplier that you have to top up if you want to have a pay parking. And also the card printing, for example, you have a membership fee nga mag-monthly ka. Example katong mga empleyado na sa building, lain man pud kayo gatong pabayron jud sila parking fee kada sud which is employees ra biya sila. So dapat ka mo put up og kanang something nga ah, dili sa sila malain kay nanabot sila daan sa building. So you have to put up a membership fee na sample 200 per month, tingana then that's because of that you have to produce a membership card. So in the membership card, kailangan sa og supplier for that. So kailangan ka ng card printing company that you can top up. For the sixth one is the manpower. So what are the manpowers of a pay parking business? So ang booth attendant, katong mo modunol sa mga cars or modunol sa mga parking tickets ang mo resibo, and then for the and then ang security guard medyo na siya security guard is kay ini kagabi kailangan magina-guardan ang premises because it's a real property. A real property should always have a guard. Okay, what if maunsa ang imuhang business like kawatan or something nga na. And ang guard sa nating bandong nga, uy, bawal mo parking dira. Di mo, no parking dira nga part. So, mas medyo na security guard. Then, the next one is the admin personnel, the one who is in the office, tracking the daily sales, na needs na siya. So, for now, we'll have three manpower for this business venture. So, the last is the technology. So, since sa una, di ba, ang parking gang, so what lang nga na. So, karon nanatay bago nga technology sa parking nga, you just have to top up the card, then mo automatic na taas ang boom so that you can enter. So, na nga technology karon. And then, nakasan na technology karon nga kanang sa una magud daghan man suga siya sa booth nga kanang na-close na day sa attendan nya naa pa ang taon na nag-ung-ung sa boom, which is maka-cost pa ta og hospital bills for that tuig kayo ang kanang tag-iya sa pay parking. So nagkaroon bago nga technology nga dala sa detection nga if ever ma-detect ka nga naa pa ka dira dili na mo close ang boom. So unay nga na nga technology. So to improve your operations para kanang dili sa ta makasala nga na then para paspasan. Okay, dili na kailangan mas kanang gaan na lang po sa attendant kay dili na siya magsigig pisit-pisit para lang mo on og on og akala mo pasaka or mo paubos ang boom. So automatic na ang boom nga mosaka or moubos if wala na siya ma-detect na object or tao sa kana nga area. So next one, so opportunity seeking process that can guide what business to establish. So look at other successful business entrepreneur. So, kani siya, kanang ma-inspired man yun ta, labo na tag natay friend, nga negosyante, then makakita ta nga hala, uy, na maligya siya sa sabon, then kanang dato na kay Sharon, ana. So, kanang makonsa ta nga, oh, sa pagpamaligya, pwede di ay, tama mo, ana. Makabantay mo na, guys, nga basta, naay usa ka portion sa skinita. Kung naay usa nga magbarbecuehan, nya, nindot kaya agis barbecuehan ta, parang day na siya og daghang barbecuehan. Maglaroy na din na silang tanan. Nga na. So, maka-inspire man sa nang kanang mga successful na entrepreneurs mosunod man jud ta na di man jud na malikayan kay mura ba ta kanang wala na kaya gali niya. So, kita mo try ta. Ako sa jud na mo try ang mga entrepreneurial mindset. So, second is the respond to problem area. So, I will tell you about the pay parking because uh, so sample uh, building administrator ka this kind of commercial building. Nya kato siya nga business venture good kay nabuhat to siya tungod ang kani nga building premise daghan kay reklamo sa parking. Kay wala na naka-manage kay ang motor ug ang sakyanan magtapad-tapad lang og park. Magtapad-tapad lang ana nya walay guard kay wala pa man ang pay parking business so wala pay guard. And then kanang ang ingress ug egress flow kay wala siya nagkadimao so daghang mo reklamo moadto sa building admin office nya reklamo dayon nga sir nana kanang namay nagpataka og part dito dili mi kaagi malate mi sa mga appointments ana. So because of that nga kanang we tried to manage it on our own as a building admin but dili makaya sa mga hours kay tungod building admin pa may sa building. So, the parking is nabi siya sa outside. So, anything outside, need pa mi mo hire og mga tao, nga na. So, because of that, nakathink mi nga, kanang what if mo venture ta business, musulti ka sa property owner nga kay dili man gid siya mo gasto guys kay insect man siya o kanang di siya mo gasto manpower. So, di siya ganahan mo add og security guard kay makaya daw naguging-guging sa guard. So, as an admin good kay mura may kanang kami man ang problema ani ana. So what we did is we venture on that business. So kanang murag kabaw minan ay problem. So kanang we can fix it if mo venture mi ani nga business. So That's a response to the problem area. So the third one is home-based business option. Kabang mo guys nga most of the successful entrepreneurs kay home-based sila nag-start. Ang uban kay sa parking asa ilahang garage or sa ilahang kanang bodega nga na ilalang buhaton nga kanang business office or kung kana ilang office space or asa sila mag-stock sila inventories. Okay, renting a property magud is costly. Kanang okay ra siya if kanang nindot pa kay dagan imong business. But if you have to start it, nindot jud if nakakasamalay una. Okay, if kamo ka nga dili siya mo gana nga business, you can stop and then wala ka ni add og so much cost. Okay? Renting is very costly. So next is the linkage of resources. So I'm going to tell a story about my friend. Yan, na siya contractor. Nya, contractor siya, so meaning magsige siya ka ng kuan og biddings sa mga government. So ana galing magayo-ayo og dan, nya na kanang sa kuan dip kanang itapap sa DPWH nya ang dan kay i-reconstruct kay guba nya na. So nga na siya contractor siya. So contraction siya nga wala siya kanang ang iyang mga bus, semento, kanang di pa niya i-order to the supplier of from the supplier of inputs. So dapat pa siya kanang iya pa ipa-ship. So mas dako siya og mga cost kay mo kuan pa siya, mo bayad pa siya sa pagpa-deliver ana kanang daghan siya og niya ang manpower, ang pag niya na. So ano niya gibuhat guys kay siyempre butang man siya kang kapital. No, dako siya but awa ni palit siya yuta sa Medellin and then iyahang gitukuran og batching plant nang magbuhat og semento. So di ba? Siya na mismo ni supply sa iyahang own contracting business. Plus, if na ay other contractors nga need og mga semento, pwede na siya mobaligya kasi na naman siya iplanta. So, not only for his own, but yes, ito gibuhat nga business ang planta. Kay pwede man makapalit ang other people niya, other contractors niya. So, so linkage of resources. So, murag, ikaw na lang mismo ang mo kuan sa imong own. Kana sa galing sa safari, kanang ML Safari Adventure Park, kaya sa Carmen, ah, di ba mga zoo, mga animals man ang mga animals. So, costly kaayo ang mga kanuno nila ilang food. Laban ako itong mga alligators, mga tiger, itong mga wild animals sa jungle na naana dito. Kay meat di ginailang kanon. So the meat that they are going to eat is manok. So what Mr. ML did, kay nag-open siya ng iyang own poultry farm. Kay para tanong poultry farm, maka-supply siya og mga frozen manok like sa Magnolia. But to others, iyang pwede malaw sa iyang mga snake, mga tiger. So, di na siya kailangan mo palit og mga manok from other suppliers. So, nindot ang linkage of resources. Kung makating ka nga, if ako na lang di ang mo supply sa akong own business, yeah, maka mahimo siyang business pag yun. So, duha na imong source of income. So, nga na. So, the steps in market research. So, ako isulti diri kaya sa parking na sa the market research. So, first, defining the problem. So, ako na itong i-discuss ganina, nakato nga building premises, kay kanang kay mo reklamo sa parking. So, we ventured on the pay parking business. So second, we made a preliminary investigation. So, syempre, guys, ako sa isip na makakwarta ba kami? Pila man sa amo ang dapat ah kanang i singil per entry. So, na mga yana. So, nag-investigate kami first. Ano pang gitanaw? Ang first mo gibuhatan ni guys kay nagkuha mi og friend nga musukod sa area and then iyahang gihap ang pilay ma-parking ana nga area if tarong siya pagka-parking because before wa jud tarong pagka-parking motorcycles and cars alike napataka na sa parking kung bisag asa sila. So what we did is nagpabuhat mig lot plan which is mo ni siya diri ang for motorcycles, mo ni siya diri for cars, mo ni siya diri for vans. Yan na. And then gikuha na namo gipadungduingan namo nga kanang mo ni pila ka cars ang masud for that certain part of the area. So mo na siya mag-investigate ni if pila ka buok dapat ma-park so we can know the numbers that we have to achieve para ang among kapital among mabawi. So, the third one is planning the research. So, mo to siya nagplana mi, no to, gisulti ganina, nga, naglatplan, kanang mag-compute na ka sa pilay imong mahalin, nga na. And then, gathering data. So, what we did in the gathering data is, kanang kabantay mo anang sa mga security guards if musud mo og malls. Kaya nasa yung rag counter, kanang ilagay ng pisliton. Every time na musud nga tao sa sud sa mall, pislit sila, mo pislit sila. Then, this counter is every time mo pislit ka, 1, then 2, 3, 4. So, more siya ka ng body counter. So, what we did is for 5 days, na may tao, nagipabutan dito sa entrance, ipa-click na mo siya if na pila ka buok tao mo sud in a day for straight 5 days. Kay Monday to Friday naman dyan na ang kaning building premise mag-open. So, di pa sud, every time na mo sud, click o counter. So, for that, kanang, for the 5 days, nakagather mi og data. So, makabaw na mi if pila ka buok ang musud. And then what we did is, if mag-uniform gali siya, or staff gali siya within the building premise, dili na mo ipa-click ang counter. Kay, magasi na misa mo ang data, dili na siya reliable data. Because the plan was, dili mo ginamo sila pabayron og pay parking. Because we'll have them get our monthly membership. So not money, but not the daily count. So we have to be very precise if pila gyud dapat ang mga tao nga musud kay mahal sita. If musud ani nga venture niya, dili data kabawi sa tong capital. So mo na siya. And then analyzing the data, that's what we did. So after na nag-count na namo, among gikuan ang lot plan na mo ni kabuok masud, and then we multiplied it. So we decided to have it 20 pesos per entry. Wala mi ga hourly kay kanang maluoy mi sa uban nga nga musod nga kanang what if for the whole day yun sila kasi sige our building premise man good is naitanan sa mga government. Then you know the government, okay kay sila every time mo process ka, you'll be there at 8, you'll go out at 4 if wala kay kaila. So you have to have the long line, mga na. So what we did is nag per entry, 20 na per entry. Mami ka early kay need pagay sila for the transaction that they have to do. And then ikagawa sila kay mo na sila kay ano daw kay sila parking. So mo na nag-20 per entry. And then mo siya. After analyzing the data, reaching a conclusion, so we concluded that okay, ka-ROI ta in 4 months, so it's okay. Ano. So, Nigomi, implementation and evaluating decisions. So, ni-decide na, okay, we'll have to go. So, after that, guys, you'll have to have the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So, SWOT analysis. So, for SWOT analysis, guys, lahi na po nga venture akong example. So, let's have the clothing line business. Lahi pa para flaksita. So, first, ang strength kay highly motivated workforce, financial muscle, access to the materials, production of quality goods. So, samples of weaknesses kay lack of marketing expenditures and lack of benefits and rewards for the employees, non-availability of 100% polyester processing. So, something wrong with the suppliers. Then opportunities, expand production capacity, tap into foreign markets, so expand ka, improve PR and marketing activities, introduce new clothing style. Lahi-lahi magid ang trends. If summer mo nga trend, kung December mo nga trend. So, fashion is so unpredictable. So, threats, emerging competition, intense price wars, economic downturn. So, muna na kanang kaning COVID itself. COVID pandemic itself is a threat. The business again kay nagsirado tungod ani. So, di na nimo andaman. So, the next is the 4 stages of product life cycle. So, first, introduction. If consumer awareness and acceptance of product are low, launch through the use of marketing activities which make the profit low due to cost of development and marketing activities. So, if intro pa ka, di pa ka ilado, so gamay pa kayo mopalit nimo, but growth is after. So to meet the growing demand, product distribution is expanded, sales rapidly as product becomes popular. So, madugay, hindi lang yun ka mo give up. known ra gyud na imong brand, known ra gyud na imong business, sa Facebook ad is the key. So maturity, sales are still rising, but the rate of increase has declined. So tungod, known na kayo siya, dili ta ma-expect na super mo increase ang imong rate. Mukha jud nga mas stagnant siya because the market has been fully utilized. So ang usual nga market pag peak, mao na sila ang nagsigig palit. So, at the latter part, as sales reaches its peak, while profit begins to fall. So, na mo decline yun na. This is a sharp fall in sales volume, while profit curve becomes almost flat or horizontal. There's also a decline in the number of competitors. The only survivors are those who specialize in marketing the products. So, if kabaw lang ka innovate sa imong products, maghimo kag new ideas, dili jud ka mulaos. But if you stick to the introductory product itself, dili jud ka mag-expect unless super na kay ka nakabuhat sa imong brand. So, wala siya. So, let's talk about business by category or sector. So, unsa mga kasi-kasi nga business ang pwede nato masundan. So, first, service-based. Common examples of service-based businesses are consultancy, barbershops, beauty parlors, repair shops, rendering professional service such as engineers, dentistry, and medical doctors. There's no need to manufacture something, so it's based on expertise and skills. So, na siya sa utok na service ka. Na, and then trading or product based. So this is a buy and sell transaction that can happen in your storehouse, showroom, or any other structureless environment. Selling involves a lot of customer contacts and requires a great deal of persistence. Example, grocery store, bakery, products, general construction materials, hardware. So more on buy and sell. So manufacturing business. This is a manufacturing or production-based business by creating a product. So as what we can see in the picture, uh, it's making kanang nag-make og candle making. So ang other examples is the hand-painted t-shirts or ceramic vases. Yan. Ang uban karon ang very uso karon kayo sa TikTok and Shopee guys is kana bitaw na kay picture and then ilahang maghimo sila ilahang drawing nga mura siya ma-cartoonize and then ilaha da yung ibutang sa mugs or kanang ibutan nila acrylic then ila din paintan ingana. So wala siya manufacturing business ka na siya because nag-produce ka og product for that business. So the next is licensed business opportunities. So if you find some difficulties in launching a product or service, like wala jud kay mauna-unaan niya, so man jud nindot a business venture na ako own. So if ingana, it is a good idea to look for licensed business opportunities. So 7-Eleven, mag-franchise na lang ta. So kanang mga Mr. Potato, kanang mga nabaligyag fries, kanang lemon ko, kanang mga naa sa food courts, usually franchise na sila. So you can have that venture. And then the next is distributorship. So this is where an independent entrepreneur company or individual enters into an agreement or contract to offer, sell, or distribute particular products, but is not entitled to use the manufacturer's trade name as part of its own trade name. So, sample of distributorship, guys, kaya ang Coca-Cola or ang Pepsi. So, if ikaw ang distributor, nadyan mo yung agreement, contract na gipirmahan sa manufacturer na distributor ka. So, kung distributor ka, i-distribute na mo sa mga kanang retail stores. Diba? Mga retail stores or sa distribution hubs or na kay mga.
So next is the wholesalers. So this sell the product of manufacturers or producers to retailers. They purchase in bulk and sell them to smaller outlets. So wholesalers kay sila sa di ang mag-sell sa mga products from the distributors. So they have similarities with distributor. So let's discuss first the similarities. So sa similarities nila is ang distributor maka-distribute siya to retailers. Ang wholesalers maka-distribute siya sa retailers. So they are they are they are similar that way. But the difference is The distributor, they have a contract. So mo na ang keyword. They have a contract or an agreement with the manufacturer. While the wholesalers, wala. Si distributor, kung distributor siya ni Coca-Cola, distributor din siya ni Coca-Cola. So, dili siya pwede maka-distribute og any other products other than Coca-Cola. For example, San Miguel, dili siya pwede mo distribute og San Miguel. Kay Coca-Cola ra siya ang distributor. So, while the wholesaler, makahatag siya sa retailers, pero maka-distribute siya og mga products other than Coca-Cola. For example, distribute mohog siya ani nga outlet or kani nga sari-sari store or retail store og San Miguel, Red Horse, Gatorade, or any other products other than the soft drinks or drinks. Pwede. Kay wholesalers man sila, dili man sila distributor, man sila agreement with the manufacturer. So, mao na ang difference sa two. So, next is the rack jobbers. This involves an agent or buyer entering an agreement with a parent company to market its goods to various stores by means of strategically located store racks. So, for the rack jobbers, their setup with the store is consignment basis. So, for example, the convenience store, they can put mga newspapers, but they don't buy the newspapers para ilaha i-display. Ang sabot ana kay katong mubutang sa newspapers, mo sulti siya sa tag-iya sa convenience store nga pabot nga ko aning pa-display ha ko ani kanang sir or ma'am nya unya na lang ko ninyo bayri kung nahalin na. So ang mga wala nahalin i-pull out ra na nya ang mabayran ra kay ang katurang nahalin. So mo na siya ang consignment basis. So ingana nakasagarang rack jobbers. Uh, Most common na ako makitaan karon sa mga convenience stores kana bitang mga ensaymada kanang mga pan. I forgot the name of the bakery or kana mag-display na sa atubangan na siya sa atubangan sa counter kana nga na nga i-drop ra nila ang product kanang iguman nila drop sa product mag-inventory ra sila in the end of the week after in the end of the week ang ila ang mabayran ra nila kay katura yung nahalin ang katong wala nahalin na pan kuha nila balik means BO na siya. So, ingana na siya sa rack jobbers. So, the next is the subcontracting. This is a familiar form of business format in the garment sector, as well as the shoe industry. This involves signing up an arrangement with a major producer to complete a set of products components on the pre-agreed price. So, kasagaran subcontractor kay sa clothing line yun sila. Okay, after designing the clothes, after designing the dresses for the fashion shows, after na ila man ang i-mass produce. After mass producing it, muduol na sa subcontractor nga sastre or mananahi dili na ilahang main nga kanang production company. Mangita jud na sila laing subcontracting. Kung mangita na sila actually ilaha pagali nang canvas if unsa nga sastre lang pilion ingana na siya sa clothing line. And then the most common lang jud sample arita mo student about sa real estate or sa building management. Kanang if na building a commercial building and then the owner of the building doesn't have to pay for the manpower pay for the payroll of each utilities or janitors. Dili na siya in-house nga i-pay nila as employees, dili nila i-treat as employees under their own company name. Magkuhan dyan na sila, magkuha dyan na sa manpower agency kay para ang manpower agency na ang manage sa mga utilities and sa mga janitors, sa mga cleaners. Balig mo-bill na lang to ang manpower agency to the company. Ang company ang mo-pay sa service, then the manpower agency will be the one to give the payrolls or the sweldo to the cleaners. So, mo na siya. The most common sad is security guards. So, dili ta kaya no like natay convenience store, nagbuhat-buhat sa convenience store, and then mana ra ta nga, uy, i-hire kay amigo ti kay i-hire ka as guard. Dili na siya ingana kay daghan kay na siya permits for the guard for you to become a guard. So ang kasagaran na mo top up jud og agency. So mura siya mag subcontract ka nga ang agency ra imong bayaran, ang agency na mo sudos mga tao. So mo na siyang subcontracting. So vending machine routes. These are placed in various places or locations. The entrepreneur needs to have a substantial capital outlay as he had to pay for the vending machine, including stocks to be vended. So, ang very known dito diri sa Cebu or sa Philippines is the ATM, which is the automatic tubig machines nga halos every esquina basta na bakery, na sari-sari store, na kadriderya, na yun ni siya. Hughog ra piso na nakay tubig mo na siya vending machines. Nasa uban ka na bitang piso wifi. So, nakaisilingan na piso wifi mahagta ka ka OGs then na kay wifi connection for pila ka hours. And napod ni ka nang sa mga laundry shops. If makabantay mo na na laundry shop nga mo walk in ka, dili na sila ang mulaba for you. Imo ra yung huwaton ang imo ra yung ibutang imong clothes sa vending machine and then mohog na ka og 20, actually pa ako ka-try, but ana 20, then mag-wait ra ka, then imo ra pong kuhaon imong laundries after. So, daga na kay ka ng mga invention of the vending machines karon, especially in the Philippines. So, for the next slide, I will give you to my co-reporter, Nell.
So ideation is a creative process of generating new ideas which can be accomplished through a variety of addition techniques such as brainstorming and prototyping if done right. Ideation is what helps founders and executives determines the right problem to solve and how to solve it. Next. Ideation is a key component of any successful business. For example, It, in its early days, Google encouraged employees to spend as much as 20% of their work hours meditating on new ideas that personally intrigue them and potentially solve the real problems. Ideas that are worth a business should be the one that has a market now and in the future. This could be a product, a service systems, and the like, which could fall of any of the following categories. First is needs and wants drive. Needs is an important concept, no, to understand in marketing. It's the first step in the consumer's buying process where a consumer identifies an unmet needs that has to be fulfilled. A need is a something that a consumer needs to live and functions, while a wants is a means to fulfill the needs. So second, time-saving drives. Based on my research, there are 8 time-saving tips. One is automate your business responsibilities. Two, stay organized. Three, keep an eye on the clock. Four is avoid multitasking. Five, set hard deadlines. Six, take a break. Seven, prioritize your tasks. And the last one is limit your meetings. Third is money savings. In money savings, you can DIY your content marketing. When you have a little more time than money, then consider making yourself the expert in your content marketing. So that's all. And the fourth is unique or incorporating strong competitive advantages. Fifth is linked to a personal interest, probably passion. So next slide. So the more ideas a person produces, the more original and the better quality ideas one will find among them. When you come across an idea, you should put in writing. Next. So the most common way of developing ideas is as follows. So recognize the needs. Developing an idea or a product that can be satisfy a need and responds to the need by establishing a business concern. So improving an existing product. The result of consumers' dissatisfaction to the existing product could open the door to introduce innovation or improvements. So, improving an existing product or service means enhancing a product or service quality by making it larger or smaller, making it more convenient to use, improving its durability, or making it more up to date, thereby increasing its value and price potentially. from the customer's perspective. So next is recognize trends. Entrepreneurs should be able to recognize the opportunity to develop a product and set trends that can make them leading entrepreneur. So patents. This gives an inventor exclusive legal rights to exclude anyone else from manufacturing, selling, importing, or using an invention during the life of patent. And three general classifications are designs, utility, and plans patents. So next is trademarks. This is a word, name, symbols, or device used by manufacturers on merchants to identify their goods and distinguish them from others sold in the market. This should be seen in conjunction with a business or product, otherwise this will not be guaranteed. So the last one is copyrights. A copyright protects the creative works of composer, author, writers, artists, and others. This is the easiest form of protections for intellectual property. And that's all.
Good day, everyone. Now let's proceed to entrepreneurial creativity. Creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurs are inseparable. Creativity is an essential part of innovativeness, the starting point of a process which is skillfully managed and bring an idea into innovation. It is considered as a characteristic that is innate or inherent to every individual. But the social environment can influence both the level and frequency of creative behavior. It is particularly important to understand the role the environment can play. So here are the environmental stimulants to creativity. First, we have freedom, a sense of control over one's work ideas, where you can create and be free to work and share your own idea to your team, run as part of planning sa business or sa brand that you are in. Yeah, sunod kay good project management. A manager serves as a good role model. Dapat ka approachable and willing to teach the people under your supervision. For this creates a good teamwork and a good environment as well. Next, sufficient resources. Access to necessary resources. Look for a supplier nga makasupply jud sa number of items or supply nga imong gikinahanglan. For this is very important para di ka magkabuang gani og pangita kung asa ka mangita og supply and quantity of it that you need. Yeah, sunod, encouragement. Management enthusiasm for new ideas. For that should be a must. So next, various organizational characteristic. A mechanism for considering new ideas. Organize your ideas and what you are looking forward to as well. Next, recognition. A general sense of challenge arising from intriguing nature of the problem itself. So you have to face the problem and make a solution to it and address it. Kay dapat yun siya nimo atubangon. Next, challenge. A sense of challenge arising from intriguing nature and intriguing nature of the problem itself. Same sa recognition. So next, pressure. A sense of urgency that is internally generated from competition as a personal sense of challenge. Kay lisulod man ka og pagka-entrepreneur, so nature na nga naa-adjoy competition nga mahitabo nga usa sad sa maka-pressure nimo. Next, outside organization from a general desire to accomplish something important. So If there is an environment conducive to stimulating creativity, there are also environmental obstacles to creativity. These are the various organizational characteristics, which are an inappropriate reward system, the lack of freedom in deciding what to do or how to accomplish the task, and the organizational disinterest, which result to lack of support, interest, or faith in the project. Yeah. It would also be the inability of the manager to set clear direction and the reluctance of managers and co-workers to change their ways of doing things. Included also in the lack of appropriate facilities, equipments, materials, and the time pressure to think creatively about the problem. So next, the concept of innovation. Innovation is doing something different. It could be introducing either something new or different. Innovativeness is a characteristic of an individual, team, or organization. This is also the capacity to create ideas and develop them to usable products or services. Next, impacts of innovation. Efforts on innovation must have impacts, positive impacts. It must have a positive implication that is supportive of organizational goals and objectives. The innovative accomplishment exists if the following happens. So here are some. Number one, affecting a new policy, creating change or orientation or direction para di ni para pud ni sa ika-improve sa company, like new strategies kay basin dili na mo work ang strategy nga inyong gi-use. Next, number 2, finding new opportunities, developing an entirely new products or opening a new market. So meaning mag-expand na kay improving o developing na ang products. So napatok na siya sa mga mamilitay. So third, designing a new structure, changing the formal structure, reorganizing or introducing a new structure. Pwede po ni siya sa expanding business, or kung wala ni patok ang una unya, you are making something new na pod na lain na pod nga strategy or structure. So number 4, devising a fresh method, introducing a new process, procedure, or technology for continued use. So same ra sa being innovative. So within the organization, the orientation towards innovation must come primarily from the higher level of management. So the elements of innovation orientation are as follows. So value placed on creativity and innovation in general, which is a must of being an entrepreneur. So sunod, an orientation towards risk para dili makalitan sa mga panghitabo or pwedeng mahitabo sa business. So sunod, a sense of pride in the organization and its members, and the enthusiasm about what they are capable of doing. Kay you know man your identity, you know your identity man and brand, and you know what you want. So confident na jud ka para sa imong brand and your team as well. Next, an offensive strategy of taking the lead towards the future. So next, the most critical aspect in making a decision to go into self-employment and entrepreneurship is the context of ideation, innovation, and creativity. The generation of idea and transforming it into a business venture can make or break potential entrepreneur. The success of the business could lead to personal prosperity of the owner and help in the economic condition of the country. So risky gini siya to the point nga usahay depressing pud siya, pero laban lang kay makatabang man pud ni siya sa economy sa ato ang nasod, or nya soon makabalo ra pud ka unsa ang mga pasikot-sikot sa business. So magkadugay, magka-develop ra pod. Next, innovation is not only for a change but also for the search for excellence. Not only in producing a product but also in the form of innovative system and services. The innovativeness and the creativity of an individual could be the greatest assets any business could have. So this should be developed and properly taken care of. Usapod ani is having a smooth systematic flow. Labaw na ako kay ang mga tao di jud naganahan og hasol. So create a system nga less hassle siya and aim for excellence, kay di ba pagbalik-balik man jud na imong mga suki kay they like your service. So ang service usa sa pahitaon sa mga customers. So the flow and the innovativeness sa company. Next, the prospective entrepreneur has a variety of options in deciding what kind of business he is going to put up. So he can go on market scanning to see what is needed. So he should not limit himself in going to manufacturing or sari-sari stores or market niche. Yeah, but developing similar product services should be examined. Buying a franchise, being a subcontractor, innovating an existing product, systems, or services, sponsoring a startup business, or acquiring an ongoing business concerns are some of the business ideas which are very promising and could succeed eventually. But at the same time, you have to be careful and kailangan advance kang mag-isip sa mga possibilities kung makaya ba nimo or dili ba. At the same time, follow what you want and what really is your passion, para di kaayo ka maglisod kay this is what you want man and you can overcome it one day. Nothing beats passion and what you really want. So pursue jud ka kung sa imong ganahan, kay mas dali man na nimo masulbad ang mga problema nga maabot kung kanang ganahan jud ka sa butang. So dili sad ka basta-basta mo give up kung passion jud nimo o ganahan jud ka. So that's all sa among report. Thank you. And God bless everyone.